Something small happens. A block falls. A toy doesn't work. Maybe nothing happens at all. And then they hit you. Not a playful tap. A real hit. Arms swinging, face red, a sound that has no word in it yet. And in that moment, most parents feel two things at exactly the same time. The instinct to set a firm boundary, and a quieter, more confusing feeling underneath it, something that doesn't quite feel like anger. Something that feels more like, what did I do? What is wrong with my child? What am I missing? You are not missing a discipline problem. You are missing a translation. And once you understand what the hitting is actually saying, the way you see your toddler in that moment will never be the same. The instinct almost every parent has in this moment is completely logical. The child hit. Hitting is wrong. The child needs to learn that hitting is wrong. So we correct it. We say no. We explain consequences. We do timeouts. We hold boundaries. We are told by pediatricians, by parenting books, by well-meaning relatives, that consistency is key. That toddlers need clear rules. That aggressive behavior left uncorrected becomes a pattern. And all of that is true. None of it is wrong. But here is what that framework quietly assumes. It assumes that the hitting is the problem. That if you can stop the behavior, you have solved what caused it. And this is where the research tells a genuinely different story. Here is what is happening in your toddler's brain in the 3 seconds before they hit. The prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for impulse control, emotional regulation, rational decision-making, is not yet functional, not underdeveloped, not immature, structurally, not yet capable of the task we are asking it to do. Neuroscientists at Harvard's Center on the Developing Child have described this using a simple image. Imagine the brain as a house. The downstairs, the brainstem, the limbic system, is the alarm system. It detects threat. It fires fast. It doesn't think. The upstairs, the prefrontal cortex, is where thinking happens, where consequences are weighed, where the word no actually means something. In toddlers, the staircase between those two floors is still being built. It will not be fully constructed until somewhere between age 25 and 28. So when your 2-year-old gets overwhelmed, when the sensory input gets too loud, when the frustration exceeds the window their nervous system can hold, the alarm fires. The downstairs takes over completely, and the upstairs, the part that would say, I should not hit, that part is offline. Not choosing to be offline. The hit is not defiance. It is a fire alarm going off in a building that has no sprinklers yet. And you cannot reason with a fire alarm. In 2018, researchers at the University of Washington's Institute for Learning and Brain Sciences published something that reframed how clinicians. What they found was consistent across children. In the moments of peak aggressive behavior, the children were not in a state of anger as adults experience anger. They were in a state of acute dysregulation, a nervous system overwhelmed beyond its current capacity to process. The researchers noted something specific. The most common trigger was not frustration with an object or a task. It was a rupture in connection, a parent who was distracted, a transition that happened too fast, a moment where the child reached, not physically, but neurologically, and the return did not come. The hitting, in most cases, was not an expression of hostility. It was a bid for regulation, a distress signal sent by a nervous system that had run out of every other tool it had. The toddler who hits you is not trying to hurt you. In the only language their overwhelmed brain has access to in that moment, I need you to help me find my way back. That is not a behavior problem. That is a communication problem. And the difference between those two things determines everything about how you respond. This is why parents who are consistent, who follow through, who hold clear boundaries, sometimes find that the hitting doesn't stop. The timeout given in the middle of a meltdown is not being received by the part of the brain that handles lessons. It is being received by the part of the brain that handles survival. And the survival brain does not file things under note to self. It files things under threat. So the child who is punished repeatedly during dysregulation does not learn, I should not hit. They learn, when I am overwhelmed and I reach for connection, what comes back is more overwhelm. The behavior doesn't stop. It goes underground, or it escalates, not because the child is defiant, because the nervous system is doing exactly what nervous systems do when the alarm keeps firing and no one helps it turn off. The goal is to catch the window before the flood. Most toddlers have a signature, a pre-storm sequence their parents can learn to read. The subtle escalation in voice, the shift in body language, the moment where the play stops going smoothly. That moment, before the alarm fully fires, is when your presence is most effective. Get low, eye level, not hovering, landing. Something in your body language that says, I see you. I'm not going anywhere. When the hit has already happened, and it will, the sequence that researchers consistently find most effective is this. First, safety and calm. Not a lecture, not a consequence. A steady voice, a present body, a pause. I'm right here. I got you. Second, once the nervous system has come back into the window, and you will feel it when it does, the body softens, the breath changes. Then, and only then, the boundary. Hitting hurts. We don't hit. I know you were really overwhelmed. Third, reconnection before closure. A hug if they want one. Acknowledgement that the hard feeling was real, even if the behavior wasn't okay. This is not permissive parenting. This is sequence-aware parenting. You are not skipping the boundary. You are delivering it to the part of the brain that can actually receive it. I've got you. We'll get through this together. Not a parenting technique. A nervous system. Theirs. Built by yours. And that quietly, completely, over thousands of ordinary hard moments, is how they learn that the overwhelm has an end. And that they do not have to face it alone.